Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Cosmoteer. The first 3 episodes were really well received, which makes me happy because I'm really enjoying playing this game. You can see some time has passed between the end of the last episode and this one. I was just going around doing piratey things. I added a little bit more to the ship. I tried to make it look kind of cool. Mostly it's a lot more storage capacity, a little bit more power, and some engines. Honestly, I think our firepower could probably use an upgrade if we're going to do some combat. But what I want to focus on this time is I want to go mining. I actually want to go, I've saved this design. I can always rebuild it whenever I want. I want to go and build an entire mining / ore processing ship and swap over from that. So we're going to blueprint mode over here. I've already cleared it. It's ready to go. We're going to build an entirely new ship over here. So what do we need? Well, we are going to want to build, I'm going to build this stuff here to process the raw iron into steel, the raw copper into coils, and then we can actually upgrade the coils and more copper into hyper coils to make some money. I've spent some cash on upgrading or unlocking a bunch of blueprints, and then in addition to that, like, we have a bunch of parts on our ship. I think we'll have no problems building this up. I think what I'll do is I'll put the medium reactor sort of, you know what, I'll put it in line with where the other one was. I don't know if that'll stop us from having to rebuild it, but that may be. And then let me put the ore processing directly behind it. So steel, okay, the steel's quite big, and we might want to leave some corridors for faster movement. Okay, if I do that, you can get there directly. Oh, I didn't actually check, hold on, where the door part for the coils might be. Something like this. And then there is adjacency bonuses here. I mean, that's just for speed. Okay, if we do this, they can feed into these things. And then let's say, okay, maybe we won't have a hallway, but I can put a big storage bin over there, which seems pretty good. Put another door there and another door there. And maybe get rid of this one. Okay. I think we'll want more storage than this, but we can start with this. And then I think I'm also going to want some more power. I mean, we're fine right now. It's mostly just a question of distance. I suppose I could put a small reactor back here, although then we don't really get the same center line, but that's okay. Let's do this, and then we'll build a little hallway around here, just to say. And do I want to go with an engine room? Because I have unlocked the engine room, which gives bonus thrust to adjacency, and it's a good delivery area. Like, that might be good. And maybe we just slap a couple of large thrusters on the back of this bad boy. And tell you what, I'll put a little 3-way thruster here, because it'll also benefit from this, and it'll give us a little bit of mobility right away. Obviously, we'll need some thrusters covering some other angles as well. And I might go and plan like that. Just more storage in general available. Well, that's not a valid door spot. Interesting. It's fine. I'll move that door there. Yeah, all right. No, we'll call this fine. Okay. So some amount of storage, some forward thrust. I mean, a little bit of lateral thrust, but barely. Let's think about the front end of our ship for a second. So if we go to here, we're going to want, I'm going to say at least one mining laser. Maybe one's plenty. I don't know. Oh, the mining laser's doors are on the side. How interesting. We might still want some guns for, like, basic defense against a random pirate showing up. And then a couple of thrusters this way. I don't know if I can build armor on the front of the mining laser. That seems to be okay. There you go. Just a little bit there. I don't know if we'll go with any shield gens. We're going to give this a try and see if we can learn how to operate all the mining stuff. I have no crew quarters yet. Oh, and no command module either. I don't think we're going to need the big bridge. I think the regular cockpit's going to be plenty. You do this. Plan a hallway over this way. I'm going to do that for some mobility, but also we will get a fire extinguisher over here. And then we'll need some airlocks as well. Crew. How much is it suggesting? 13. These fit 6 each. This fits 24, which might be okay because we're still got a few more parts that we're going to add. So I think that's what's going to happen. We'll do this. Reach that way. And we'll make sure you've got a good way to get to the front over here. Maybe we'll give some space because we can fill this with like an airlock hatch, for example. And that's not so shabby. Okay, we need some lateral motion. I mean, I don't think this is going to be a pretty ship. Standard thrusters? Sure. I think that's okay. And we'll plan some three-way thrusters up here as well. I'm just going to build some extra internal corridor space just to say. I might go... We don't have shields. Just to protect against some missiles, I'm going to put on some point defense to cover some of the angle shots. I mean, we might also just want some armor, but... Let's do this. Very lightly armored. Not enough bed. Oh, that's not enough beds for my current crew. Can I dump crew? And it's predicting not enough money either, despite everything I've got on here. But what I can do is I can drop one of these coil things. Oh, so just bid 26. Okay. Yeah, not enough bed is for my current crew count, which I think might be 30. If I just go and say, put down another crew quarter, whatever, just there. Yeah, still not enough beds, but we've got the suggestions. We got 3 command points left over, which is okay. All right, let's call this like the Ugly Miner. Ugly Miner Mark 1. So yeah, maybe not enough cash, so we're not going to implement this, and yet not enough crew. Can I fire crew? I got 31. I can go here. I can transfer crew this way. But I don't know if I can just fire one. What I could do is I could go new ship, build a little crew compartment ship, and like just a single crew compartment, transfer some crew over there, and call that enough. But I may have to go and blow up some more baddies to get a tiny bit more resources. Or just build the smaller mining ship. Right? If I just go and remove, say, the hypercoil factory for now. Right? That makes this much, much, much cheaper. Screw it. And I'll add another crew quarters over here so that we have plenty. So we know we're going to want to put the hypercoil one in there later. Let's just do that. So we're going to hit make it so. Okay. And my crew are going to tear apart the old ship. And build the new one. We'll still have some extra stuff to sell off afterwards, but... T-Miner Mark 1. And yeah, could have made a new ship, but I don't think I had enough money quite for that. Okay, let's make sure to grab everything that's loose. Oh, is my inventory completely full? That's fine, because what we're going to do is we're just going to sell it now. We're going to sell the excess. Maybe I'll keep the coils, because we can upcycle them. We got a diamond. Yeah. Now, I'm going to operate at a slight loss when I go and rebuild my old ship, because I'm going to have to buy those parts at a less profitable rate. But so be it. Hopefully we're going to make money with the mining ship. That's what I'm kind of curious about. All right. Everything's been moved. We still have some crap. Okay, I think I will... Again, I'm going to keep these spare coils, but I think I will go and sell the rest. Like, the ammo we don't need. The steel, I mean, we can get infinite amounts easily. I'm going to keep the coils. Trade that away. Oh, did I not build a little resource? Hang on. I'm definitely going to want a manipulator beam. Urban area. People are going to have to walk through this, which isn't ideal. I want it nearest the crew, nearest the power. You know what? It's fine. We'll build it there. People are going to have to walk through a little. There we go. Okay, great. This will show up cool. Oh, you can't be reached. The more. Yeah. Wait. Okay, let me remove you. Thank you, autosave. I can't build the four-way block, but I can build this one. Okay. There we go. Well. Oh, wait, sorry. It was a point defense. It wasn't this. Remove this. Point defense, which does only need one. Okay. So why is math not what I thought it was? Okay. Done. We got 50 grand from all the sales. Okay. So we have this thing, the ugly miner, which theoretically can move around. All right, it do. Now, we have cleared these asteroid belts previously. Let's go to this one here. Forward motion. Actually, the forward movement's pretty decent. I guess I got to remember, I got the plus 50% boost over here on these things. Quite speedy. And yeah, we still want to build the hypercoil room over here. Well, I don't know if crew, or is it a reach thing? Are you getting there? Yeah. And we've got multiple crew rooms, so we can do some specialized roles. But right now I'm going to keep them on generic. Okay. Whoa, see. Hold on. I guess we should prioritize the copper. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, my mining laser automatically fires. Okay. Let me rotate just to make sure to bring you forward, although it seems like you were okay. Look at you. Just wreck this thing. Try not to hit the crew. You have modes. You are on fire at will. Continuous fire. Well, not continuous fire. Rock. Oh, maybe it already grabbed all the valuables. No useful resources. I mean, we'll just confirm it as we go through. This is my first time using the mining laser. Okay. Did we already convert all the copper? We did. Oh, and it's got a little bit of storage internally. Okay. So there was another copper asteroid over here. I think the Hyperion might be fairly valuable. There you go. Not mineable by crew. Okay, but I think it's happening automatically. I think with the G command, it automatically goes out in lasers. Oh, and my crew's going over there because some of it is harvestable by crew. And yeah, you can see all the little support beams. Okay, definitely lacking a little maneuverability, maybe. Okay, come into range of this asteroid. There we go. Start laser beaming it. Okay, I gotta say, again, great quality of life. The fact that the laser beams just work when you need them to. Oh, I thought maybe there would be an angle thing there. It's also supposed to be fairly short range here. Bump the asteroid a little. So multiple mining lasers definitely does speed things up. There we go. This is operating, making the coils for me. So actually, see, I was saving the coils because I want to build the hypercoil thing. We actually might need to go and sell the first round. Now, the other thing I could do, too, is I could build a static platform somewhere with just my factories. I don't have to have them on the ship. which is kind of an interesting idea to consider. That I could go somewhere. I'd have to manually transfer things, I think, the processing stuff, but I could have a nimble, lightweight mining ship with no processing, maybe just some extra lasers, lots of cargo capacity, and we could run some things back and forth here. Okay, there you go. You can see this little manipulator beam grabbing things on its own. And yeah, we could have definitely gotten a better angle on this. Done. You're capturing that. Great. Let's move over here because these things have already been flagged for mining. Mining laser doesn't, the mining laser turret doesn't rotate very quickly, as it turns out. That makes sense. And yeah, apparently you can use it in combat as kind of a short range thing. Okay, so that's all mined out now. Did we do this one? And actually, we want to do these iron ones as well. I think the Hyperion's fairly valuable. I should probably flag that. Pew laser. And yeah, some of it is surface mineable, so our crew will go out and do that immediately while we work on laser beaming the internal stuff. How's my space? Not bad. And we can go and add some more storage pretty easily as well. I can just tack on some cargo modules here and here as needed. It feels like we may have been able to use more crew, actually. Maybe I should have gone up to the full 36. I think we've got, like, the suggestion over here. Suggest 26, we've got 31. But I think we could do more. Well, no, not everything needs to be manned while we're doing this. And this actually might also be a good example of tweaking some of our priorities on the mining ship specifically. People work in the engine room. Okay. I wonder, with the crew, edit roles, job priorities, mining laser. Yeah, let's make sure there's always someone operating the mining laser. The manipulator beam as well. Oh, interesting. You've turned. And yeah, if your people are out too long, then they start to complain about the lack of oxygen. They have to return. I don't think I've ever seen anyone die, although, well, not from this, but it's entirely possible that they do. That was a long way away. Did you wait too long for the oxygen? We're just trying to close in a little bit more to some of these. We still have the matter manipulator beam, which will certainly help pull people in a little bit faster as well, which is good. Okay, we'll just turn here. Face our possible targets. Okay, so that one's clearly done. And then it still says Iron Asteroid, although I'm not sure. I don't think it doesn't have the FE anymore. There's still, oh, there is still copper behind us. I'll have to turn around and blast that. So yeah, it still has the same name, but no longer has the symbol when you zoom out. All right, yeah, turn around. Yeah, there we go. There we go. The CU has gone away. There's still some FE down here. Is it H for halt? Was there not just a halt, actually? No, I guess I would just click to mine somewhere, or move somewhere else. Be nice as a convenient thing, like, this probably is something. To, like, say, set your movement target to where we're currently... Oh, are we full? We're full. Okay, that's fine. We can come back here. Yeah, we still have a bunch of unprocessed copper. Okay, so we're definitely going to go back, sell off the coils, which will restart our production here. And... we have a ton of money. Did we really not have enough for the hypercoil? In here. There's also a button for sell excess over here, and I'm wondering if I do this, sell surplus, if it just... let me try it. Do this, I'm going to pause. Oh, okay, the trade doesn't auto-initiate. Interesting, it's not selling the steel. I've got steel, but it's not selling it. I wonder what determines excess. It's selling a bunch of coils. Oh, it's even selling copper. No, see, that's not what we want. I'm going to sell all the copper. I'm going to sell all the steel as is as well. We'll keep the raw stuff. Initiate trade. Which will clear space, which will get this stuff operating again. Okay, and now if I were to go and attempt to build the hypercoil, I need an extra command point. But I think it was just by one. Yeah, it just needs one control point. I'll get rid of this point defense. Maybe I always could build it. It was just the lack of the control points that was sort of messing with me. There we are. Drop you in there. In theory, this will make some serious cash for us. Okay. Nearest crew, no copper. Looks like we do have copper, you just haven't had it loaded yet. You're getting power, you're getting coils delivered to you. And then the copper, there we go, hyper coils. Okay. So I'm gonna leave. Head back to this asteroid field where we left a bunch of stuff uncollected. Oh, hang on. Turn around. There's an iron asteroid right here. Oh, and a copper one. There. Okay, good. Steel plates being processed. Wonderful. Luckily, we don't need carbon to make steel. Maybe we just have a few humans accidentally fall into the grinder. And clearly, navigating around, I could get better angles to minimize how much just raw stone to cut through. All right, and at some point, this mining beam will end. Oh yeah, see, these symbols are different from the pickup one. Okay, I'm seeing it now. There we go, that's done. So now, turn your attention. Well, actually, I might mine this out, because I think there's value there. Sulfur is used to make weapons, which I think is actually a pretty decent moneymaker. Some poor critters trying to catch up again. Oh, we're going to mine all those too. Can I flag those? Oh, they are flagged now for sure. So, I don't know how well we're going to pick up the loose stuff. I gotta say though, I'm assuming the hypercoils is probably quite good for space efficiency. Now, I don't think it's producing anything right now because I think its output is full. So yeah, I am very much wondering if we should do some specialization of certain roles to keep things going here. On the other hand, right now, everyone is busy out of the ship. The only thing... Oh, you know what? The next time I go back, I'm definitely going to make sure to top off my crew to the max. And I am hoping these hypercoils sell for tons of dollars. So just like when you're playing, online, the mining operations aren't necessarily the most cinematic or exciting. But at the same time, they can sometimes be the most interesting. I mean, or not most interesting, but like cool for the right kind of vibe. This is exactly the sort of thing I enjoy doing very much. It's hard to provide commentary for, is I guess what I'm saying. But it is very satisfying. We like mining. I should name the ship the Factorio instead of the Ugly Miner. Or the Factotum. Do you not have the angle? Mine this last bit out? You got crew. Why is this not... Oh, I think you were shooting sideways to this thing. Okay, which is fine. Here, let's actually move up a little more. So when I right-click with this ship, it wants to move quite closely. I'm going to go and tell it to stay actually about this far away. And I don't know if I can lock that in as an attack default. Okay. It's not working right now. We'll see what happens when I click on the next one. Because my worry is that when I'm so close, that it's not really doing a good job of getting the full firing angle ability. Okay, we're going to build more stockpile. We can clearly load tons more stuff on here. I don't have enough iron plates right now, or steel plates right now, I will go and build a little baby one here, which will help us actually store more of this stuff as well. I could make one of these specifically for iron plates. Can I do that now before it's built? Or steel plates, I should say. No, looks like the answer is no. But now that this is built, and it's per tile, I'm going to get this entire thing right now to just be room for the steel plates, to make sure we're producing lots of steel plates so I can build a bigger stockpile. And then I may leave it blank, although it might be a good idea to always have some for the hypercoil factory. Again, to make sure these outputs are going. Maybe it makes sense to have X amount of dedicated storage for the outputs, just to make sure. Or I could have a very small stockpile for the raw stuff, so we only ever fill up so much raw stuff at a time on the screen. Maybe that's a better flow. Just enough to make sure things are operating, and then the rest of the stockpiles are just used for the advanced stuff. Although I can't necessarily exclude, because that would be the handiest thing, is if I could exclude. Yeah, I can hold shift to do all tiles in a room, or control for all matching tiles. If I could say, you can store anything here except for raw iron and raw copper. Now, can I? Yes, I can build a bigger storage now. I will. I can't do that one yet, but that's okay. Yeah, we got tons of iron. And potentially more to come over here. Well, the ugly miner is getting uglier and uglier. And honestly, we never fight with this. We could probably just leave the guns off completely. Okay, so you're processing, but there's nothing else to do there. Okay, good. So come over this way. If I right-click here, now you're still getting quite close, which might be okay, actually. And yeah, I don't think the iron's as valuable as some other stuff, but I guess I can use it to keep adding more storage. But part of me is wondering if I can build like a static thing or slow moving thing. Like if I had enough money right now, I could switch back to my other ship, right? And I could keep blasting things as long as I've marked everything to be harvested within this vision and just keep popping back, which I can pop back and forth between my controlled ships whenever I want. I keep popping back over here and just make sure that, yeah, everything has been box selected ahead of time. Are you actually trying to mine that far away? I mean, you clearly are. Is it because it's straighter? Because there's also clearly some mining spots over here. I would have assumed it was prioritizing based on proximity, but that does not seem to be the case. Also, the ship keeps moving forward here. Okay, we've got lots of storage space now. Oh, there's no door. Yeah, I can't reach this one. There's no door leading off of this, and there's prohibited zones where I can't conveniently do a corridor to it. I mean, I could go around, but that would be pretty crappy. We're gonna have to remove this bit. But I can build it here instead. Which I think is where I was already planning on building one. And then I ran out of steel bits. Okay, so yeah, don't do this one. Just do this one. And it's definitely reachable. Yeah, this manipulator thing is actually really convenient. It definitely accelerates things. Okay, make sure to re-tag that we're grabbing everything again. Good. Okay, that's been mined out. This is also mined out. We got another iron asteroid over here. Generic, sulfur, copper. And copper's probably buried. How come this doesn't appear to be active? It's got copper, it's got coils. How come people aren't unloading the coils from here? This is what it looks like to me. It looks like the output is full. We've clearly got storage that people could walk to. How come? But there was space here. That's now full, but you should still be grabbing this stuff and moving it over here. Is there... Check that any empty crew beds for this role automatically be filled by transferring crew from other roles. I mean, I know the supply and things is low, but we've got a bunch of idles. What is going on here? Is Ohilon? I have an idea. Is it possible that by default, the stuff that gets manufactured doesn't get sent to the storage? Is that what the excess does? The cell excess. Cell excess only grabs things from these cargo bays. These inputs get auto-supplied, but the outputs don't. Because the idea is that this stuff is being saved for my own internal ship purposes. That might be the logic going on here. And in fact, I might not want to have storage spot for the coils because I want them all to get upgraded into this. Although maybe I'll still have a little bit of stockpile for the coils. So by default, storage bays are almost doing the opposite of what I had in mind, where the storage bays are like infinite stuff for collection. Whereas I might be fine with a little collection buffer, as long as I'm still parked by the asteroids, and then just get them upscaled into the next thing. But now we're ending up with a problem where, yeah, the production stops. Which is, again, the opposite of what I'm kind of looking for. I wonder if there's something I'm missing. Probably. With these storages and things, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm happy we're getting copper, because in theory, their best moneymaker is indeed the hypercoils. Alright, sulfur. What was that sound for? Sort of alarm. Everyone's stocked up. Everything's okay. We do have stockpile space for things, so yeah, I can definitely keep mining. Still wondering if the hyper stuff is worth it. Let's flag some of these copper asteroids. Laser beaming complete. Let's advance over here. Especially since I have some crew over here too. There's only one thing to laser beam here. They might help collect the other stuff because they loosen it. And it's not enough to just right click, right? I do have to go and still do this, yeah. Iron. I mean, we have the capabilities, but I'm actually wondering if it's not worth doing the iron smelting at all. I mean, we get plenty of it. That's for sure. But how much do the steel plates really sell for? I can just do something silly like this, though. And then when we get to the station, I can sell all the manufactured goods and then wait while the raw stuff gets processed again. And then repeat. They definitely don't want to sell the raw stuff. And then the other thing we can look into is even more valuable conversion things. Like if I can get uranium enrichment going on, for example. Yeah, see, this is all full. Although, as things get processed... Oh no, I do have plenty of storage. We have this whole bit, which can be reached. I mean, awkwardly through the door, but yes. Sulfur, copper. Whoa! I don't know what I just hit. Oh yeah, I had failed to like show off the screen before. Welcome to the galaxy, including some very high level areas. We are going to go and take a look at that soon enough. We don't even have a hyperdrive on the ship, which we could do just to move around the solar system a little faster, even if we're not looking at jumping from one system to another. Hyperium, just because I think the raw stuff sells okay. Some stockpile. We could definitely go and use some more copper. Zap. Zap, zap, zap. And yeah, it looks like the mining laser does help out with just the regular surface mining sometimes. The EV is finished. Good. Okay, I'm going to ignore this. We'll just look for more copper. Ooh. Navigating with this little hanging bit is kind of awkward. So looking for some CUs. There. Oh, some gold. We won't have anything to process that. Hello, Blair. But probably valuable just in the raw. There we go. Scoop it up. Okay, and then there was a copper one right over here, I think. There it is. Are you just sightseeing? All right. So before we jump, I think I'll probably end up rebuilding myself as a warship again. We'll do this. Okay, episode's getting a little on the longer side. We'll put a cut in here. I suspect what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and strip mine most of these asteroid fields. I might add an extra couple of mining lasers. I might also do a little Googling to see if there's a guide or something with some advice about these mining ships and the factory part of it. That is a large copper asteroid. That makes me extremely happy. Okay, we're making the coils. We're going to convert the coils to the hypercoil factory. We're almost full of our designated hypercoil storage, so in theory it's going to backlog over here. And then, I guess, yeah, we'll go to the station, we'll sell the coils that we've got, it'll restart the process. I feel like there's something missing. Everything else about this game has felt very clean, and that feels awkward. So yeah, I'm very much assuming I'm missing something. And then before we leave the system, I'll go and destroy these pirate bases and things, just to get the system fully cleaned up. I might not do the faction combat, because I don't know where I want to stand about that, or maybe we'll give it a try. It's probably more exciting and challenging. There we go. Okay, waiting for copper to be delivered. We've got plenty of it. But I do want the stuff to get scooped up pretty quickly. Just because... Oh, let's go a little further away. Then I can move to the next asteroid that much faster. So I'm okay with not necessarily... with having the crew busy collecting things rather than supplying the converters. I think that's probably fine. So we don't know about another copper one nearby, at least not that I've noticed. Scoop it up. There you go. And yeah, this manipulator. Maybe I want two of these manipulators. I mean, there are sometimes I think it could be useful. I'm not sure it's really justified. Let's go fast forward here. Oh, there we go. Copper here. And up there as well. Ooh, yeah, lots to get here. And now that we've mostly cleaned up the system, especially all these little asteroid belts, we're really not worried about pirates interfering. Okay, let's go and sell this stuff. Let's go to Malala Station here. Still paused. Yeah, try to navigate around those asteroids. Good job. All right, so yeah, we can keep the fast forward on. We're not worried about time, really. Hail this. And you want tri-steel, you want mine parts. Yeah, we're not making any of those currently. I'll sell the Hyperium. Oh, the Hyperium's not worth... It's 25 per. Or no. Well, yeah, for 1x, 25. 12, 50 for the coils, and 150 for the hypercoils. Yeah. We don't need to keep the steel. I will keep this raw stuff. Oh, I'll sell the gold. All right, initiate trade. Okay, yeah. Now that's a pretty sizable chunk of money. I dare say this has been considerably more profitable than some of our pew-pew shooting experiences. Although in large part, that's because of the processing, right? If I was just selling the raw materials, I don't think it would be anywhere near as profitable. There we go. We're processing most of this stuff. I can keep doing this. Make sure to sell the finished goods. Keep room for everything else. Maybe I won't sell the coils here. I guess actually maybe I should have never sold the coils now that I think about it. It's just the hyper coils. Yeah, I'm wondering about making an entire bin just ready to absorb the hyper coils or in response to something or I don't know what. But yeah, okay, cash just went up bigly. So we can also, there's more blueprints to get, right? If I look at manufacturing over here, I think these mines sell for really good money. The tri-steel consumes tritanium. Have we found tritanium? Wait, is there a tritanium factory? Not that I can see. Processor fabricator. Oh, consumes golden coils. Oh! And uranium enricher. So I think this is really good cash, although it's hard to find uranium. And I think at a certain point, it maybe doesn't make sense to have, yeah, all the factories on us. I am really wondering about having a static factory ship just park next to one of these stations. And all we do is deliver the raw stuff. And then while it's being processed, we leave. And the processing place doesn't need very many crew. Just maybe one of the 6 bunks. And that's it. Oh, speaking of crew, I keep meaning to going ahead and topping ourselves off. That's the wrong place to do it. So here, here, higher. Which isn't cheap because the price does go up based on how many crew you've got. But there a little bit more because every now and again it has come up where we need more of that. So yeah, what I think I'll do is head to this asteroid field and I'll keep doing this. And maybe this steel is not that valuable, although it is nice to be able to build this stuff on the fly. I'm really looking almost exclusively for these copper asteroids. Megaroid, but there's nothing exciting in it. That's probably what I'll do is really work to strip mine the copper specifically. Because that's where the money is. Ooh, yeah, the low vision here is very annoying. All right, yeah, we'll put the cut in here. That's what I'm going to do. So in theory, next episode, we're going to be sitting on a huge chunk of change as we have mined out this process a bunch. If I do find more gold, I might hold on to it with the idea of building the processor thing. The other thing I'm wondering, though, is that when we do jump to another system, if some of these might end up being better for higher level materials. Like, for example, that tri-steel, we needed tritanium, I think. I don't think we'd seen any. Right? Hold on. Or, wait. Is a tritanium the thing with there's a triple signals? I was thinking of something called tri. But is it just the thing with the 3 little bips? In which case we've seen crap tons of it. And I'm lying to you. Right, can we find one of those? Harder in the fog. Yeah, see, what is this thing with the triple? Is this? No, that's Hyperium. Okay, so if I did find tritanium, I'm not currently aware of. There was a little sulfur over there. Oh yeah, this is. Ooh, that's not too bad. I was gonna say maybe it's not worth doing it here in the cloud, the nebula. Which these nebulas I think are new as of the current sort of latest version of this game. I think that was one of the most recent additions. Now here, these are just low visibility clouds, but as we go to other systems, there's going to be some like lightning clouds and all kinds of crazier stuff. Ooh, hello, copper. Anyway, I really need to wrap it up. Thanks a lot for watching, folks. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.